Hey guys, ready to join me and my family on our trip to Las Vegas? Here we are the day before, Friday, May 22nd. This is Disney Store Fan 1.
Hi.
And we are on our way to the airport. Okay, so now here we are boarding the plane, and this is where we're sitting, and you have a nice view from outside the window. And now it's time to take off. Here's a view of the city just a few minutes after takeoff, which eventually turned into this perfect view of the fluffy clouds and then a rainbow sky. 5 hours later, it's nighttime and we've arrived in Las Vegas. Time for touchdown. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. After we got out of the airport, we were taking a shuttle to the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, where we would be staying. We passed by the Hard Rock Cafe, the giant Ferris wheel, and this is where we'll be staying. I bet Naeem was somewhere in this city right at that time. Las Vegas Day 2, so here's a quick tour of our hotel room. That's the TV right there. And our first stop of the day was breakfast at the Spice Market Buffet. It was pretty big, and we were all really hungry because of the long flight and time difference, etc., etc. Afterwards, we decided to go to a place that you might recognize from my last travel diary. Here's a view of the city from just outside our hotel. So the place we're going to, I'll give you a hint of. Out of all its locations in the world, this one is the most famous and it was the first one to open. Can you guess? Yup, good old-fashioned M&M's World. This was my brother's first time in an M&M's World, and I thought it was pretty different from the one in New York. After exploring some souvenirs on the first floor, we headed upstairs where they have the giant color wall of all their M&Ms. The M&M's World in Las Vegas has 4 floors, so we kept going up just to explore. And here's a view of the city from the 4th floor. Our next stop, Hershey's World. I never actually been to a Hershey World either, and here is the giant Hershey's bar, which my brother attempted to carry. And yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff there. After a few hours of exploring the city, we headed back to the hotel and took a little break. Our next stop was dinner and then, of course, the concert. I got this pillow at Hershey's World. It's so fluffy! So next, we went off to dinner and we went to the Ginseng, or is it Ginseng barbecue restaurant. I had a bowl of cold noodles and I also had a bowl of rice, and I was really awaiting the big moment. After going back to the hotel yet again, I got my tickets ready and we headed down to the Axis Theater, which we actually saw when we first entered the hotel. And this is where the excitement got real. Okay, calm yourself, Funland. So we, as quickly as possible, checked into our seat area and look at the stadium. It is perfection. So they started playing this song and it got stuck in my brother's head and mine eventually because they were playing it over and over and over. And then the theater just started filling up and look, glow sticks. Okay, translation's on the way. really sad part about this is that I have to keep talking, otherwise YouTube will recognize the music in the background and I'll be cited for copyright, and I do not want to be cited for copyright. But anyway, oh my gosh, I got so excited. I would have screamed about 1,000 times into the camera, but I couldn't. The excitement really got real when this stuff came up onto the screen, and then I saw my idol walking out and I was like freaking out in my mind. Yes, this is where I screamed. I'm sorry. Hey, it's my idol walking out onto stage. What can I say? Okay. So did you guys see that figure like walking on the top of those stair things? That was my idol. Oh my gosh, I'm going to freak out all over again. Okay, so the concert kind of just went on from there. She started singing. I recorded a lot, obviously, and then she later invited her students from TVOC. And she even was like literally talking to us. I know you'd expect that at a concert, but come on, my idol talking to me? So this is Zhang Bichen, who was the Season 3 of Voice of China champion, and this is Chen Bing, who was the runner-up in Na Ying's team in Season 3. And that was all I was able to get, but this concert was seriously amazing, and I thank my idol for having this on a weekend when I was free for an extra day. Day 3, so we checked out of our hotel at 11 a.m. and then we had about 9 hours to explore the city before we had to go to the airport because 11 o'clock was our only option for checkout time. Womp womp. I never got to show you guys the view outside our window, so here it is. And remember the glow sticks? We couldn't take them home because they have liquid. I got so upset because of it. I had to take a picture of them. I just had to. Anyway, we headed over to the Miracle Mile shops, which you can actually enter straight through the casino. You don't even have to walk outside. Look at this place. They literally painted the ceiling to look like the sky. I know, crazy artistic skills. And we also saw this really cool fountain. And yeah, we kind of just went exploring from there. We went outside and decided to head to Paris, Las Vegas, which had a kind of Eiffel Tower there. And first we went to the second floor where we saw this kind of bridge. And here's a view of the place from there. And then we went in an elevator, which took us really high up. When I got there, I saw a view of the Bellagio fountain from all the way up. See the rainbow going through the water where I'm pointing? It was really cool. The Bellagio fountain actually plays a show every 15 minutes. Hear that? That was the sound of the water hitting itself at the bottom. I know, they put a lot of pressure into it. Oh, and let me draw your attention to this. See that round building right there? Well, that is where my idol performed last night. It's really cool seeing it from all the way up here. And that's where we stayed. After we went back down, we went to another shopping center, and we also stopped for some food there. I had a chocolate gelato. The thing that caught our attention next was actually an arcade. My brother and I found an air hockey game, which is basically our childhood, let me tell you. So my brother kept accidentally hitting the puck into his own goal, and it was pretty hilarious. So we were finally able to see the fountain after a while. Look, it's a little duck swimming. And there's another one. And here you can see the show of the fountain. I felt like the water was like arms kind of waving around dancing for us, and it was really cool. Later we just went around exploring since we had no certain destinations. We headed back to the Miracle Mile shops where we got these bracelets from Sephora. The darker it is, the more UV there is in the air, which will help you know when to put on sunscreen and how much to put on. Here is a map of the Miracle Mile shops where you can see it surrounds the Axis Theater. And here's a demonstration of how that Sephora bracelet works, so you can see it just getting darker gradually. Later we went to see the rainstorm, which happened every half hour for that day. So it was really cool, and my brother and I were finally able to touch a cloud off of our bucket list. You'll see why in a second, but it was really cool and it looked so real. So it started fogging up like this first, and then the rain started falling and it was really cool. So here is where I touched the cloud. I've always wanted to during my childhood, and yeah, it was kind of cold actually, and I was also able to blow in it. If you see that hole kind of going through it, that was when I blew into it. Dinner time. So for this we went out to the Ṭăɑⱴ, or is it today? I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff, but it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. It didn't open till 5:30 and we were kind of early, so I filmed this outside. And it was just sushi and salads and stuff like that. It was really yummy and I was really hungry. So yeah, next our plan was to go see the night show of the Bellagio fountain, which in my opinion is way better than the daytime show because of all the lights. So you can see it right here. The night show was our last stop before heading back to the hotel to grab our luggage and then to the airport. Las Vegas is one of the most amazing cities I have ever been to in my life. If you guys ever visit, I'm proud of you. We can't wait to come back for more adventures.